Hi everybody, quick update. Not actually done much in the way of painting since my last update. I've done quite a fair bit of assembling, undercoating, putting the sort of milliput on the bases and that kind of thing. But painting wise, very little. In fact, what you can see now is the only form of painting I've done. These are New Line Design Celts, or Britons. They're all on sort of ponies, which is pretty much what the Britons used in that time. Don't look much at the moment because, as I say, I'm only sort of base coats at the minute, not even full base coats. I'm just kind of haven't done everything yet. No shading whatsoever. So little way to go on these at the moment, but they'll come together pretty quickly. It's amazing how different things turn out when you're finished. I mean, you know, when you look at your figures when you're at this stage, you think, God, this is never going to look any good, but they always come out alright in the end. Yeah, got these 6 cavalry. Quite nice figures. I like the, you can't see it really at the moment because of the no shading whatsoever, but New Line Design do good faces, I think. But yeah, a bit of a diversion from my World War II stuff, but I thought I'd just get these out. Just tilt this back a little bit so you can see them a bit better. There they are. Standard bearer on the end there, Hornist on the other end. I think they'll look pretty good when I'm done. I'm going to do a few different types of horses. These 3 and this end one will be chestnuts and bays, that sort of thing. This one here I'm going to do as a skewbald, I think they call them. So it's like brown and white, well, white brown patches. And that one's going to be a dun, which is kind of a sort of beigey type colour. So yeah, when they're done, I think they'll come out alright. So that's, say, the only painting I've done. I'll just bring a few other things in. Continuation of my World War II Russians. Let's come back a little. What do I want to do? Come back a little bit. No, that'll do. Yeah, this is the submachine gun squad. Only got, well, 4 on foot. That's a submachine gun, but the light machine gun team. So that means I've got 6 at the moment. I mentioned on my last video that while the sprue of Soviet infantry, warlord Soviet infantry, you've got plenty of submachine guns. There's not actually that many hands or arms to hold them properly. So I thought I'd fill the squad out with some metals. And these undercoated ones you can see are Crusader Soviets. I'd like to get the whole range actually, even though I've got plenty of infantry now. I do at some point. Hope to get all the Crusader ones because they're really nice figures. I just got the 2, well, they got several packs of each type. They got, you know, 2 or 3 packs of it, each type of rifleman. I mean, this submachine gun, there's 2 packs here, 2 packs of 4, 4 in overcoats and 4 in just basic uniform. I mean, obviously the overcoats, greatcoats would be probably more winter, but you know what, perfectly feasible to use them in general theatres because, you know, rainy days, spring days, they're not always hot, are they? So I'm going to only need, what I've got there, 6, only need 3 really, 3 more submachine gunners and a officer of some type. So I was going to use like a couple of greatcoats and 1 of the guys in normal clothes, and then that'll leave me with 5 left over. And then sort of each rifle squad you make, has one up to sort of one submachine gunner, so I'll use the rest of them to dot through other squads. I'll probably make another squad anyway. I have actually bought some artisan box sets, so I've actually got a submachine gun squad of artisan designs figures, and then I've got a couple of general sort of infantry sets. I've got one that's in the, keep forgetting what the name of this padded outfit is, but I've got one set where they're all wearing the, I can't remember what it's called. They're all wearing that padded outfit and fur hats, so they're aimed a bit more at the winter theatre, a bit like this guy here. But again, you know, get cold weather anytime, can't you? And then I've got another squad that's general kind of outfit, and I think they're all wearing helmets. But yeah, quick close up of a couple of these Crusader figures. Very nice, like Crusader stuff. I've got some of their Germans in greatcoats, which I haven't actually done anything with yet, but nice, like Crusader. And then this chap in a greatcoat, I'll just do one of each. Really good. They'll be quite quick to paint, I should imagine, the greatcoats. Chaps in greatcoats. Right, so that's that. So yeah, like I say, just got to use 3 of these and then make an officer up out of the plastic frame, and that'll be a submachine gun squad. So that's those Russians. Next, more Russian. I'm wandering away from the mic there. More Russians, World War II's, but these are Naval Brigade, which I really like the look of. I was watching one of Leon's videos the other day, and he's actually sculpting. Looks like he's gonna be making his own Napoleonic Marines, naval troops. I commented on there that there's not enough naval troops, I don't think, available, and I think everyone likes them. I'd love to see more Marines and more naval troops for all sort of theatres, but yeah, don't seem to be that many about, really. It's a shame. Anyway, there's 2 sets, well, there's actually 3 sets here, really. There's the front 2 rows. I'll just tip it back a little bit. Yeah, the front 2 rows are from the Warlord. Well, 10 of them are from the Warlord box set, and then 4 of them, which is him, and him, are from a command blister pack. I mean, you end up basically with I think duplicates. Yeah, you end up with 2 duplicates. I mean, there's already one of him there down the other end here. Actually, can't see him, not in camera. So I've got 2 of that one, and then you end up with like 2 of these officer types. But then in the command pack, you get this guy with a anti-tank rifle, and then a different officer. Still worth getting. I mean, I don't mind having duplicates. Some size discrepancy, I've got to say. This fella here is like, it's hard to tell from here, but he's a lot tinier than the rest of them. I don't know if he's meant to be like a, you know, cabin boy type thing. I don't know. But he's a lot smaller than the rest of them. This is actually showing me here how size discrepancies really, when things are on the table, don't often matter that much, because Warlord and Artisan are normally fairly good mix, but I do find with Warlord they can be a bit inconsistent with their own sizes. You know, their plastics all seem to match up pretty well, but go across some of their ranges. I've always said like their World War II Italians are tiny. They can be a bit inconsistent in the sizes. So I don't know if there is a bit of a size difference between these, but it's hard to tell from here. So all the artisan ones are at the back there. So there's 10 artisans here. What was that? 2, 4, 6, 8. Yeah, those 10 at the back are all artisan designs. Bring one up the front there. And anybody who's been watching my videos for any length of time knows I'm a big artisan fan. I mean, pretty much, well, all the, I think all my German Grenadiers that I've painted so far have been artisan ones. I think I've done about 4 metal warlord ones to supplement them, but yeah, I've been doing all the artisan stuff. But yeah, they're good. There's, I mean, artisan supply their squads in kind of like Blu-ray cases, which is an odd form of packaging, but they've got 2 packs of naval squads, and I've bought both. I've just undercoated this one so far. I've almost got all their Russian range now, artisan stuff. There's about 2 more packs to get. There's one in greatcoats, and I think they've got one in like winter gear. So I'll have to have them just for complete's sake, but because they're good anyway. So yeah, that's the Soviet Naval Brigade. So I've got, yeah, I mean, I've got three squads really, basically. But you know, could always do with more, because I think they're just, I just don't know, I just like naval figures and marines and that. I just think they're you know, something different to their regular troops. And I say that applies to all things like Napoleonics, whatever. And I do wish there were more of them. I mean, I'll probably buy another pack of the Warlord ones, because they're quite nice ones. But yeah, Germans nicknamed these the Black Death, because apparently their uniforms are very dark blue, almost black. I'm thinking about what colour to do for those. I've got I've got a few pots of an old Games Workshop Citadel paint, and it's still in perfect nick. I mean, the newer ones, well, not some of the newer ones sort of dry out, I think, more easily, but I've got ones from about 20 years ago, and they're still perfectly good condition, because they used to use different containers, like flip top lids, and they seemed really secure. But anyway, I've got a colour called, I think it's called Deadly Nightshade, which is a very, very dark blue. Darker than, for instance, Vallejo's dark Prussian blue. So I think I'm going to use that on these. Yeah, look forward to doing these. So, but as you're going to find out in a minute or two, I've got a lot of things I want to get painting. So anyway, that's the Soviet Naval Brigade. Just a quick few figures I made up, because I just want to see what they're like, which I'm going to paint up quickly. These are from the more recent Warlord plastic set of US Infantry, GIs, whatever you want to call them. Vast improvement on the previous sets. I've got the previous ones. I bought them as a starter army, and these are just a massive improvement over the original set. So, although I'll probably use the old ones, well, I don't know now. These are so much better that I'll probably end up not even using the old ones. I don't know, I'll have to see about that, but these look really good. Really like the look of these. So I just want to paint these 3 just to see how they come out, and because I haven't actually painted any standard US troops. I've done US Airborne, but I've not done any sort of standard US Infantry. So I want to paint these 3 up just to see how they come out, and I kind of write down everything I do so that when I come back to doing them in future, I know how I painted them. So yeah, they look really good. Yeah, one of Warlord's plastic sets getting better and better. So that's those. And then the next big thing, I got sucked into this by watching various people's videos like Chris Waring and Leon, Liberator, Napoleonics, the dreaded Napoleonics. And I got sucked into it by Warlord because they had a massive sale. Well, a sprue sale anyway. These, however, aren't Warlord. These are, basically I've been looking at Napoleonics for ages. I mean, I've bought Napoleonics. I've got boxes of Victrix Austrians, which that is one of them there, and French. Yeah, Victrix Austrian and French, which I've got stashed away. Don't even know where I've put them now, though. I'll have to root around for those. But yeah, I got drawn to Austrians initially, which I still am. But like I say, I can't find them. So Warlord Games had a sale. I've still got it, a sprue sale. So instead of like £1 for normally £4, they're doing sprues for £1. And amongst those, there weren't many Napoleonics to choose from. There was basically Russian, early Russian, late Russian, and Hanoverians, from what I can remember. I would nearly bought a load of Hanoverians, but I thought they were a bit too narrow a choice, really, because I wanted to do, if I was going to do British, I wanted to do Peninsular, and I don't think the Hanoverians were even involved in that. And then thought, oh, right, I will get some. And then typically they're sold out, so can't get them now in the sale. But anyway, I really went in for Russians. Not quite sure what's brought on this love of Mother Russia for me, because I'm stacked out of Russians at the moment. But yeah, Warlord doing this sale, I bought a load of the early Russian sprues. I say a load, I bought 70 sprues, so that's about 280 figures. And then I bought a load of command packs to go with them. So haven't had any of them yet, the order's not come through at all. But in the meantime, I bought a box of Perry Napoleonic Russian, which is, probably won't even get it in shot. Go right up close. There we go. A bit closer. That's the Napoleonic Russian. And these I've assembled 12 of them. Focus again. Yeah, I've assembled 12 of these Russians. Look really good. They got loads of head options as well. I mean, the reason I wanted the Perry ones anyway, but I got these because they have the option of forage caps. The heads, the forage caps on. And they've also got the different Charcos, or what I think they call them Kiwa, something like that. I've put the earlier version on, but I've read that there was they were mixed. You could, they'd be wearing the early version and the later version, so I might put a mix of all of them in there. I can use them whatever year I want then, I suppose. Yeah, really nice these. Go together really quickly, really easy. All you've got to do is put the backpack and the heads on. I will do the Grenadiers. I'll stick with that head for the Grenadiers, because the later version of the Grenadiers is this plume, pom-pom, whatever it is really tall and thin. And I think this just looks better. And obviously in plastic they'll be a bit more sturdy as well. So I'm going to do all the Grenadiers as that. Really looking forward to starting on these. Napoleonics, one of those things where massive subject. I've kind of avoided it. I bought the figures before and then just avoided getting into it because there's just so much to read, and I do love reading, but you know, figures, I just want to get on with them. So I think I found out the basic information I need, I think, for these Russians, and going to get on with them. Looking at the website, Warlord's website, the uniform they do for the Russians, painted, looks quite like a bright green, whereas I've read, and as you can see on that Perry box, that their green uniform is actually really, really dark, almost black. So I think I'm going to use, I've got Vallejo black green, I'm going to use that as the base. And I don't think I've ordered, can't remember what the colour is. There's a Vallejo green I've ordered, which Warlord say they use in their set when they paint them. But I think I'll just use that for the Pavlovsk Grenadiers, because their uniform looked a bit brighter. And I bought 2 boxes of those as well. I'm waiting for them to arrive. But yeah, I think I'll do basically base coat these in Vallejo black green, and then probably highlight it with the greens I've been using on my World War II Russians. So I think I'll base black green, then I'll highlight it with the helmet colour of these, which is Russian green, and then I'll do another highlight in Russian uniform, World War II uniform green, because I want to try and keep the dark look about it. But yeah, so that's those. These two here are actually that's an elite Austrian, and that's a Victrix Austrian, plastic Austrian. I put those together because I want to see how they compared size-wise. Now, I thought the elite ones would be massive. I thought elite were a lot bigger, but they seem to compare really nicely with Perry and Victrix. They all seem to match quite well. So I'm going to paint those anyway, because I'm going to do Austrians at some point. He's actually a Grenzer. So we'll be in different colours. I think they have blue trousers, and rather than the all white, they got sort of brown and blue, I think they wear. Whereas this chap here will be in basically white with, or light grey and white with whatever facing colours they choose. And another figure here I've put together is an elite Austrian Cuirassier. Again, I was commenting on some of the videos, other people's videos, about massive lack of plastic Austrian and Russian cavalry. In fact, well, I mean, Perry do a few. They don't do, you know, they only do like a command pack and maybe 2 packs of standard troopers. So not massive variety. Elite, they do cavalry for just about all of them. I know Front Rank do some as well. Front Rank's postage seems really expensive, because I've filled the basket up. I was thinking of checking out, and then the postage was about 10 or 12 quid. That put me off a bit. But yeah, I bought these elite ones when I bought the plastic Austrians. So I just bought like 1 box of Cuirassiers. So now I'm looking at their Russian cavalry. I mean, say it works out expensive for 12 cavalry, it's about 34 quid, something like that, which is really only, what, 3 quid a figure, I suppose. It's not dear really, is it? But it just seems it when when you can get plastic cavalry sets a lot cheaper. And I actually do something about plastic cavalry I prefer. I don't know, I'm normally a metal. I prefer metal to plastics generally, but I prefer plastic cavalry. But anyway, yeah, I'm looking at getting some Russian. They seem to do all of them. They do dragoons, hussars, cuirassiers, Cossacks, everything. So at some point, I'm going to be ordering from Elite, get some more of their cavalry. But anyway, I've rambled on for ages, and they're probably all bored stiff. But yes, so this is the next big thing. Well, as big a thing as I get for me. It's, you know, until something else shiny comes along, I'll probably drift off to them. But I am very keen on doing these because I've been on the periphery of Napoleonics for so long. Now want to take the plunge. So yeah, that's about it for now. Thanks everybody watching, subscribing, commenting, and do svidaniya.